Hi, I'm John Bond, and this is A Taste of the Past, brought to you by Zingo Bingo's Your Era blog. Right, we're going to go through these snacks, and this is probably a little bit after my time because, of course, growing up in Jamaica, we never had any of this. So by the time I came to England at 13, I was a little bit old for, if you went to the fairground as a young boy, you'll have that, but I never had that. I was more just a chocolate person, so my favorite chocolate would have been a Topic. I had a Topic Mars Bar Marathon, which is now Snickers, but I was a fast food person, KFC and McDonald's. And what I have at McDonald's now is the only thing McDonald's should do. All they need in McDonald's is a quarter pounder and cheese. They don't need anything else. All of this double cheeseburger, Big Mac with a pass, and all these new ones, chicken burgers, chickens for KFC. Anybody who goes to McDonald's has a McChicken sandwich is wrong. Very much like if you go to KFC and you have anything else but chicken, you're wrong as well. Yeah, Walker's, French fries, these have them, but I'm more of cheese and onion. I don't know what these are. Is that licorice? No, I hated licorice. So I wasn't a real sweet. I suppose if I was here when I was like between the age of maybe 5 and 13, these would have been for me, but refreshers, dip dabs, I've heard about these. I remember when I first went to Liverpool, we used to go down to the games on a Friday night away, and then when we went into the dressing room an hour before the game. But what we had to do is, because we're then going to drive back 4 hours back to Liverpool, and what we had to do, we had to order the food for the coach on the way back, and it was always fish and chips or chicken and chips. So Kenny Dalglish, before he gave the team talk at 2 o'clock for the 3 o'clock kickoff, run him around the coach, would go around with a pen and pad, and you'll go right on the way home, fish or chips or chicken and chips. Because you had to order it at 2 o'clock, or we're leaving at 5, so you had to get like 20 fish and chips and chicken and chips. So that's what we used to have. But me being the first black player, with the second, Howie Gale played for Liverpool obviously before, but the first black player that signed, when I came to Liverpool, in Toxteth, which is the black area, there was a Caribbean restaurant called Kwame's. On the way down, I used to order jerk chicken. So I used to have jerk chicken and rice and peas, and then all of a sudden they'd have their fish and chip chicken and chips. I had my jerk chicken, and then they'd go, what's that you have there? And they had a little taste of it. So on the way down, on a Friday, I used to have to go to Kwame's and order 15 jerk chicken and rice and peas. So I gave them a little bit of culture, the Liverpool players. So they were well into the curried goat and jerk chicken and rice and peas. So that's what we used to have. Whereas now at clubs, you know, you have your own kitchen where they have, I mean, at Liverpool one now, go to Liverpool training ground, and they've got like Wagyu steaks, and they've got pastas, and they have all this kind of food, and they do look after themselves more. I suppose the difference between us and them is, I suppose they do look after themselves more, so they're fitter. But in our day, if we broke our fingernail, we weren't injured for 6 weeks. So maybe, you know, it kind of evens itself out. Thank you for joining me for A Taste of the Past with Zingo Bingo.